Alright everyone, yesterday I made a shout out for Tulian Perspective, but he got kicked off the platform for some unknown reason. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm assuming it's pertinent to the new rules against, anything on YouTube. But he has a Bitchute channel, link in the description. And because I had already shouted him out, and I'm like, well, fucking now I've got to take down the old video because it's no longer relevant. I might as well, do it for his Bitchute video. You may be watching me on Bitchute, which is funny. I actually surpassed 40,000 subscribers there sometime last night, making me the first to that threshold. Now it's onward to 50. We've got to make sure that the platform remains under the control of Clankdom. We can't allow, other groups of people to dominate Bitchute. Anyway, as far as Varg's content goes, I like it. I've been a subscriber of his since the election or thereabouts, I think a little bit before. I actually wasn't aware that he had actually a channel on the platform. Because like years and years ago, I had listened to some Burzum and I had liked that. And then, was familiar with some of his life and times of Varg, so to speak, on 4chan, really, where he was being posted about, found it interesting and sort of searched out more. Not into, like, Mifarog or anything like that, like no offense, but I'm not into, I guess it's a role-playing game or something. Those look interesting, but the problem is, like, I'd probably get too much into it. I'd end up LARPing or something like that. No thanks, I've got other work that I have to do, in all honesty. But yeah, link in the description to his Bitchute where you can see all of his videos. They're all there. He does a lot of gardening, has quite a large family. It's actually interesting the way that he gardens, too. I think he does hugelkulture, which I've done a bit of. It does work. It is good for the environment. It's good to introduce new things into the soil. One thing that he's pointed out, and I spoke about this on the last shout-out, is like an area that's sort of homogeneous will be monocultured as far as biodiversity will be low. Like it'll just be like a grass field or something. If you though simply take a bunch of rocks and sticks and pile them out there, all of a sudden other kinds of species can compete. It makes a whole new little microclimate. And it's interesting when you have a little more shadow here, a little more sun there. This area gets a little bit less or more water. This area has some rocks in it. The soil's not homogenized. You'll get different life forms, and that can actually increase biodiversity right there, which is true. Takes time. He's into permaculture and things like that, which I can respect. I do think that perhaps he should go with maybe more. He should try to make a medieval garden with like lots of like raised wooden beds and shit for the hugelkulture and stuff. It's sort of what I'm doing right now, experimenting a little bit. It's interesting. I think he prefers to basically start things off and then let chaos take its course, which is cool. One thing that we did spar on, and this is interesting in the context of the demonetization purge currently going on, I had always said that I thought it was better if you crowdfunded, so that people that were able could support your work if they wanted to, but that ultimately, because I use, Subscribestar and Patreon and stuff, as opposed to ads, because I figure I use ad blocking software so I don't look at other people's ads, so they shouldn't have to look at any on my content. By the way, occasionally ads are coming through on some YouTube videos inexplicably. I don't know exactly why. It seems linked to Twitter in many cases, so I don't know. He takes up the line that you're taking money from corporations by using the AdSense system, and so it's actually virtuous. It's good to do that instead of asking people to donate to you. So we have a difference of opinion, just like we do on many political issues, I think. But I mean, he is my fellow pagan, number one. Although we follow slightly different paths, I think. As far as the specific philosophical derivation of paganism, it's a little bit different. Because also I delve into more of the Western occultism, which is, of course, derived from Christendom in parts, and the demonology and things like that, I suppose. Whereas he's a bit more on the traditionalistic side, but I like the dude. I mean, I don't have a problem with him. It's funny because I'm thinking, like, YouTube's new TOS, you can't promote, and this is a malleable term, it's I guess up to whatever mod happens to review the report if there's one made. You can't promote groups that like believe in supremacy or something, but what if you're simply like shouting out a creator online? It's not a group. You're not really promoting them in the strictest sense. You're not saying, well, I endorse this view, I endorse this idea. You're just saying, hey, it's interesting stuff. I don't know. I guess it's going to end up in one of those gray area situations where they tried to sort of put it in a corner and box it up and keep it away from the masses at large in order to keep it to the echo chamber of whatever creator happens to be making the video or something. But yeah, link in the description to his Bitchute channel. It is interesting content, and I can't remember how many subscribers he has there at the moment. It's probably considerably higher than it was yesterday. He'll probably hit 10K in no time. We see this happening over and over again, so from now Varg and a million other people. It'll continue. It'll continue to eat away at the content creators of yesteryear who've gotten comfy on other platforms that no longer want them because, I don't know, they want to lose money, I guess. That's about all. Peace out.